Hello everyone, welcome to another X-Wing Rules question video. Speaking with some of the judges from Worlds for 2018, they've been in communication with FFG, and this is the rulings they've come up with. So I'm going to jump straight in. They've been posted around, I've shared them on Facebook in as many places as I can, but I'm going to just do them on this video, just try and run down. If anyone else sees them, like one extra person, that's good. So it's not going to be like the last video, and like the intent for this was to try and explain the rulings and why I rule things the way I rule them. This is just laying out how it works according to this like update for the world's rulings. So we have the first one being using Palpatine with lightweight frame. So obviously the advantage of using Palpatine and the lightweight frame combo comes in that you get like extra chances to whether you want to use Palpatine or not. It kind of brings it back into that more information in how they nerfed Palpatine in the first place. But if you call Palpatine on your lightweight frame roll, it only affects the dice that you rolled with lightweight frame. You can't then use the Palpatine roll to adjust one of the normal agility dice. For me, that's how I'd always thought it should work. I have no really complaints about that. But there you go, it's now clarified under this document. As I say, if you're going to any tournament that isn't Worlds, make sure you do clarify with your TOs, because these are the Worlds rulings. It's not in the FAQ yet, but if the indications we had from the Minnesota regionals or anything to go by, those quickly came into effect, so we'll see. Then we have Tirani attacks a ship and uses her ability on a defender. Can Jostro fire at the ship which took the damage? So this is Jostro triggering off a ship that takes damage outside of an attack. No, because the ship is still a defender, so it doesn't trigger that ability. Then we have Flight Assist Astromech. Can I measure and then choose not to perform a boost or barrel roll? No, the player must declare their intent to do a boost or barrel roll prior to measuring. So this still leaves some questions open to me, in the same way you can declare a target lock that you know is going to be out of range, stuff like that. So you could, I believe that you could declare a barrel roll that isn't going to complete. So for example, if you're here, you've got a ship to your right, your left I suppose. You say I'm going to barrel roll left, you know it's going to fail, but then it lets you check for it. So I feel like there's still some abusable cases that they may need to clarify further, but for now you have to declare the intent to do something before you measure for flight assist. So it's getting there. This one sickens me that it's actually in here. It's basic rules, but can you use Duke on the evade given from reinforce? No, Duke happens first because you modify your opponent's dice before they get to modify them. Like Sensor Jammers, Duke, all these cards. It's in the basic rules. It's in the timing chart. Just check it. But no, you can't. Miranda with cruise missile and Janors nearby. How many dice can it roll? So cruise missile puts a hard cap of 5 dice on the attack. So not really worth it with the Miranda Jan. I'm a big fan of the homing missile 6 dice attack anyway, because that shuts down the evade token. So hey ho, brings it back to that old one coming back into favour, maybe, probably not. Okay, this one's an interesting one. Scum Nim runs over a cluster mine. Does the mine explode or not? Does Nim ignore triggering it or just the effect? So this one says that the bomb still detonates, only the effect is ignored. Which isn't what the card says. But that's what the ruling is going to be. So there you go. A ship lands on a proxy mine and Rebel Nim prevents it from exploding. Does Nim have to reuse his ability at the beginning of a planning phase because it's a new round? So this is Nim letting you hold a bomb. So yeah, as soon as you get into a next round, Nim's ability switches off and you have to switch it back on again. So it's going to cost you 2 uses to keep one of the mines from detonating. So yeah, if the ship is still overlapping the mine, Nim must choose to let it detonate or not trigger it in the planning phase. There you go. This one has been fun. I really disliked this argument, but hey ho. When applying the effect of a tractor beam token, can the boost barrel roll template overlap an obstacle? Yes. So the wording of it was always that the ship was allowed to, which people then took to mean that the templates couldn't, because if you reference the actions, the templates aren't allowed to, and that would cancel it and it would be illegal. But it's just, yeah, they can. It annoys me somewhat that this was needed, but it definitely was, and I'm glad it has been ruled on. When a bomb triggers, which could cause multiple next effects, what triggers when? A bomb owner chooses who is hit first. Trigger any nested effects using initiative. Then proceed to the next ship hit by a bomb. So this is all of the wonderful, weird, horrible things from a bomb potentially hitting quick draw, which shoots at Dengar, which forces a retaliation shot, which triggers a harpoon, and all of that happens before you move on to a next target from a bomb. It's a mess, but if you just weigh it out, think about it logically, it's relatively self-explanatory, but there is complex crap in there. Finally, the last ruling that I have is, can Lorik give an evade to a ship that is locked and being shot at by Omega Leader? I've ruled no, Lorik causes the ship to do the ad, which it cannot do because of Omega Leader. Again, I thought that the wording to this was similar to the droids and Palpatine and stuff like that. So I was surprised at this one, but that's what it is. So if you're going to Worlds, make sure you're aware of these rulings and use them, and be aware that this is how the judges should be ruling these instances. If you've got any other questions, feel free to shoot them to me. I'll try and disseminate them to Chris and the other people. It is getting closer and closer to Worlds now, so time is running out. But make sure you're prepping. If you've got any interactions you're not sure of, ask before you start any of the games. And that's it, folks. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, leave some comments. If you've got any questions on these rulings, just leave them in the comments below and I'll get to them as quickly as I can. I do have a spate of videos to catch up on, so I'll be working away most of this week. But yeah, thanks a lot everyone, and see you again soon.